Hello. Thanks for joining us again on the channel. Okay, yes, we've tried so many of these. Too many probably. But this one stands out. It caught me off guard. Let's figure out why together. Quick note before we begin. There's a discount link in the description and the top comment if you want to check it out. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer came from a long history of using a different model for both work and gaming, having gone through several of the same device over the years. Our reviewer was admittedly hesitant to switch when their old one began to fail, but decided to take a chance on a new design and can honestly say they love this wireless mouse. From the start, the ergonomics were a noticeable improvement. This mouse is more comfortable and has a larger, more substantial feel in the hand, which was a welcome change from their previous model that felt almost too small. This client also appreciates its heavier weight and the smooth, gliding sensation it has on their mouse pad. Several features immediately stood out. The smart scroll wheel, which can automatically switch between precise, click-by-click scrolling and a frictionless free spin, is a function our reviewer now wishes they'd always had. The ability to fine-tune the sensitivity for when that switch happens is a particularly nice touch. For work, especially with large spreadsheets, the dedicated horizontal scroll wheel has proven to be incredibly handy, eliminating the need to constantly hunt for the on-screen scroll bar. The accompanying software is also seen as a big step up, being more intuitive and visually appealing than the software used for their old device. By far the most praised feature is the per-application customization. While their old mouse had more programmable buttons, this device's ability to assign different functions to the buttons depending on the active program is a true game changer for their workflow. Furthermore, for anyone with a multi-computer setup, the feature allowing seamless cursor and file transfer between a laptop and a desktop is revolutionary, effectively making flash drives for quick transfers a thing of the past.
Opening things up, our first reviewer gives us their take.
This reviewer shares a long and complicated history with the brand behind this wireless mouse. For them, the company's name was once a guarantee of a fantastic product, consistently ranked among the very best available. Their loyalty began many years ago, when they made the switch after being disappointed by a competitor's device that had a flimsy build and an awkward button design. That first experience was so impressive that it started a long tradition of exclusively buying peripherals from this one manufacturer. However, our reviewer's confidence has been seriously shaken by a recurring problem with the brand's more premium models. The issue seems to be a frustrating pattern of failure where, after only a few months of normal use, the devices begin to malfunction. Specifically, they start registering single clicks as double clicks, a problem that this client has now encountered with their last several high-end mice from the company. In a strange twist of fate, the only recent model that didn't develop this flaw was one that was stolen before it had the chance to fail. This new mouse, therefore, feels like a final chance. The hope is that it will live up to the brand's old reputation for quality and durability. But the skepticism is strong and the frustration is clear. If this particular device also succumbs to the same double-clicking curse in the coming months, our reviewer has decided it will be their last purchase from the company. They are already prepared to switch allegiances, either by returning to the brand they left years ago, or by trying out a different manufacturer that they've heard good things about.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer was pleasantly surprised with their purchase of this wireless pointing device, especially considering it was a renewed item. Given the nature of such products, which are likely to have seen considerable use, our reviewer found the condition to be remarkably good, rating it a solid 9.5 out of 10. They noted only minor signs of wear and tear, practically negligible. The package arrived complete with what appears to be the original manufacturer's charging cable, the unifying USB receiver, and of course, the mouse itself. Everything functioned flawlessly right out of the box. However, this client did have two minor gripes, though they readily admit to being picky. Firstly, they needed to pair the USB receiver with the mouse using the Logitech unifying software, a process that took only a couple of minutes. Secondly, the Smart Shift feature, which automatically toggles between smooth and discrete scrolling, felt a little sluggish during the transition. The reviewer suspects this might be due to the device's age and usage, but emphasized that it doesn't affect the overall functionality. The feature still works, just not as seamlessly as one might expect from a brand new product. Despite these minor imperfections, this client is thoroughly impressed with the value of this mouse. They're calling it a greatly valued device and would rate the overall experience a perfect 10/10. Our reviewer is officially hooked.
If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Got thoughts or questions? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.